everyone, and welcome back to Will's Music Wednesdays. This series covers each and every song on Will's official Spotify playlist and how those songs represent him and his storyline so far. Today we'll be going over track 4 on this playlist, which is Stuck in the Middle with You by Stealers Wheel. Now this song had quite the...
I got a paper trail to prove it. Check this out.
And this is simply because of the cover art they chose for the song. It's not the original cover art. This is a 2009 re-recorded version, and this version is inspired by the film Reservoir Dogs, directed by Quentin Tarantino. The album art features a bloody backdrop with men in black suits. These iconic suits were used in this 1992 film, which was the first film released by Quentin Tarantino as an independent filmmaker. Stuck in the Middle with You plays at one of the most memorable moments of the film. Spoiler alert for this film, I will be talking about spoilers. This song plays during a torture scene. The reason this scene is iconic is because the song is very bubblegum rock, and is presented almost lightheartedly, only to be juxtaposed with literal body mutilation, which makes the scene disturbing with an eerie sense of realism. When I found this out, I remembered that Reservoir Dogs is one of the films listed on the Season 4 DNA board, which means it's direct influence for the show. I'll go over more on how it affects Season 4 specifically on Tumblr, so go check out the Tumblr post. I'll link it in the description below.
In the infamous torture scene, that everyone and his brother's talking about, the use of the song Stuck in the Middle with You, which is this light, bouncy, kind of cool song. All right, it not only does it not lighten up the scene, it makes the scene even harder to watch. Because you're sitting there and you're watching it, and all of a sudden this tune comes on. You're like, oh yeah, the guitar's playing. You're kind of tapping your toe. It's real catchy and everything. And then Michael starts doing his little dance. And I defy anyone to watch Michael do his little dance and not get a kick out of him because he's just having a blast. And then boom, the hard stuff starts. All right, and you're like, Jesus Christ. And you're sitting there watching that, but it's too late. You're already a co-conspirator. You enjoyed the song. You enjoyed his dance. Now you got to take the hard stuff. And that's what makes it so disturbing.
Mr. Blonde is a character in this scene who is torturing the cop. He is sadistic and gets a kick out of torturing him. This ends up being his downfall, though, as it creates an opportunity for another cop to take him down. I think this song is possibly on Will's playlist for a couple of reasons. One, Mr. Blonde could be some influence for Henry, the main villain, and maybe an influence on Henry's sadistic nature. 2. Hints of Will's possible limb loss. There has been an ongoing imagery with Will and possibly losing a limb of some sort, most likely his hand, because there is an ear cut off in this scene. I'm not going to go into that in this video, and I'll link a link in the description to a thread by some of us on Tumblr who have been discussing this. 3. This song could be on this list simply to hint at inspiration to this film. 4. Maybe this song is hinting at a more morally gray Will than we expected. Honestly, you never know when you're going to find these threads or trails of breadcrumbs that the Duffer Brothers leave behind in their show. And I'm finding it in these playlists as well, which are leading to looking at more films and these kind of endless spirals of trying to piece together what they're trying to say. I did see some of the cop character in Will as well as Mr. White. A bit of a mush of the two with that compassionate side, but the characters in this film are so morally gray, I couldn't really come to a conclusion on why this is specifically for Will. So that's why I'm turning it to you guys. What do you think? How do you think it applies to the film? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you guys next week for the song I'm Still Standing, and of course on Monday with Mike's playlist. Bye, nerds!